All right, I don't have a reading this morning, but it was a new moon last night, so we're just going to take a little extra time here with our breath work at the beginning of class and setting an intention if you'd like. New moon's always a good time to set intentions and goals. So if you want, you could sit on your block to start. But you want to just sit up nice and tall and first notice how you feel this morning. Notice where your thoughts are at. Notice how your body feels. What kind of body did you wake up with this morning? Just take a few nice, easy breaths, settling into your seat, lengthening your spine, relaxing your shoulders. And then focus on those lower bandhas. Engage the pelvic floor and the low belly. And let's bring our right hand to our belly and our left hand to our chest. And tune into that deep ujjayi breath. Nice and slow with control. Feeling the rib cage expand in all four directions on your inhale. Ribs braid back together. Abdomen squeezes in on the exhale. Root yourself down into the ground and try to relax your hip flexors. We'll begin with a moment of gratitude, being grateful for this moment here. Grateful that you woke up healthy. Grateful for your practice this morning. And then you can either keep your hands here if you like, or bring the hands to the knees. Think of an intention. If you'd like to set an intention for class this morning, maybe something that could resonate throughout your day or even this next month or leading up to the full moon. So the new moon is a good time to set intentions. And then we build on that energy as we get closer to the full moon. And we watch those intentions come to fruition. So think about what you want. Think about those goals. Picture them happening. What does that look like in your life? Continue breathing deeply. Take 5 more deep breaths. Really slow them down. On that 5th and final breath, you can keep your eyes closed, but inhale, circle, sweep up your arms. And exhale, hands to heart center, seal that intention. And then you can blink your eyes open. We'll inhale our arms up again and exhale to the right. Right hand can stay down on the ground for support. Maybe you come down all the way onto your elbow. You can look down at the ground so there's no tension in your neck. You want to try to keep that left hip from popping up and keep the left shoulder rolled back. So open the chest. Don't round yourself forward. Next inhale brings us up, reach up. Exhale over to the other side. Coming down as low as you did on the other side. Keeping that right hip down, right shoulder back. And gaze down to the ground. Next inhale brings us up. Exhale, twist to the right. Just an easy seated twist. Keeping the chest open, spine long. And bringing your gaze around that back shoulder as far as you can, even if you're just looking with your eyes. Doesn't have to be a major twist yet. Just warming up. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist in the other direction. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, bring yourself forward so you can come into child's pose. So big toes touch, knees wide. Bring your chest down, forehead touches the mat. Reach your arms out nice and long. Stretch through the sides of the torso. Big breaths here. If you want to come up onto fingertips, maybe drop one shoulder down at a time and rock a little side to side. You can do that. Stretching into the shoulders a little more, into the chest a little bit more. Try to sink the hips as low as you can. Maybe you're sitting on your heels, maybe not, but hips are as low as they can go. Nice deep breaths. Inhale. On your exhale, thread the needle. Right arm across the chest under the left armpit. Try to square up your chest to the ground. Bring that left shoulder down. One more inhale. And you'll move that right arm back out in front of you on the exhale. Taking an inhale here, lengthen a little more. Pull the belly in and stretch. And then on your exhale, thread the needle on the other side. Left arm now goes across the chest under the right armpit. Square up the chest. Try to keep that right shoulder down. One more inhale. Bring that arm back out in front of you on the exhale. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, push yourself up into downward dog. You can pedal out the heels a little bit for a couple breaths. And then we're going to bring our feet out wide, wider than your mat. Step off your mat, push into those hands a little more. See if you can't get the heels down, hips up, belly in. Keep that right hand planted, and you're going to take your left hand to the right leg for a little bit of a twist. And you can look up past that right shoulder if you'd like. Take that twist into your neck as well. Keep the belly engaged. And go ahead and release the left hand down.
Bring your right hand to the right leg. So you're trying to reach the ankle if you can, at least your lowest point on the outside of that left leg. Release the right hand back down. Bring your knees down. We'll come into tabletop. Setting up here, let's take some cat-cows, moving with the breath. Inhale, drop the belly. Tilt the pelvis forward, tailbone reaches up, chest comes forward, look up. Exhale, push the ground away, suck the belly in, arch the spine, look towards your belly. Move with your breath here, back and forth. Nice and slow. Try to initiate the movement from the belly button each time and have your gaze be the very last thing that moves on the bottom of that exhale and at the top of that inhale. Nice fluid motion, nice long, slow breaths. Let's do one more round. Come back to neutral spine. Keep your hips stacked over your knees. Walk your arms out into puppy dog. Bring your forehead to the mat, or you could bring your chin to the mat. Reach the arms out long. Chest sinks down. Maybe bring hands together in prayer behind the head, bending the elbows. You can then energetically draw your elbows and knees towards one another. Activate your core here, pulling back on the elbows. You feel a bigger stretch in the triceps. Take a couple deep breaths. And then if your arms are bent, bring them back out straight. Press into the palms. Walk yourself back to tabletop position. You're going to extend your right arm, left leg. Keep your hips level, belly tight so there's no back bend. Nice, long, straight spine. Flex that left foot. If you want more balance challenge here, lift the right toes just a bit off of the mat. Push into your left hand and your right knee. Reach and stretch in opposite directions. If those toes are lifted, bring them back down. Inhale, point the left toes, reach. Exhale, round forward. As you do, push into your left hand and your right knee. Suck your belly in, make a tiny ball. Inhale, back out. Exhale, round forward. Push the ground away, pull the belly in. Inhale. Exhale again, really trying to get that left knee in tight to the chest. Inhale, back out. Exhale, release to the mat. Inhale the left arm, right leg. Holding here, maybe lifting the left toes if you took that option for that challenge on the other side. Keep that right leg active, foot flexed, belly tight, nice long spine, no back bend. Don't let the belly sway down the mat. Bring the left toes down, point the right toes, stretch, exhale, round yourself forward, push into hand and knee. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, moving slowly with the breath. Exhale. Inhale back out. And exhale, release to the mat. Tuck the toes, downward dog. Pedal out the heels again if you'd like. Hops with the heels, wag the tail, whatever. And then when you're ready, you can come into more of an intentional downward dog, really trying to sink the heels down, press into the heel of the hand, pull the belly in, lift the hips, try to get your torso a little closer to your legs. It's fine to keep a little bend in the knees if you need to. If that helps you get the weight back into the low body where it's supposed to be and out of the shoulders so much. Take 2 more deep breaths. Next, inhale, slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands. Try to push into your hands as long as you can. Keep your feet separated, hip width apart, and hang in ragdoll. Sway side to side if you'd like. Bend into the knees a little. Whatever feels good to stretch the backs of the legs and the low back. The upper body's just hanging heavy. No tension in the neck. Let the head hang heavy. Release your arms. Bend the knees quite a bit. Sink the hips. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Round yourself forward. Do that a couple more times. Inhale, sink the hips, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back up all the way to standing now. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then arms to your side as you bring the feet back together to touch. And we'll do 3 sun A's here. Inhale, stretch up, look up. Exhale, belly in, fold forward. Bend the knees if you need to. Round yourself forward. Inhale, straighten the spine. Chest comes forward, shoulders back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step or jump back. Lower yourself down, elbows in tight, belly tight. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. Holding there for a few breaths. Fingers spread nice and wide here. Press into each knuckle, into each fingertip. Take an inhale. Prepare on your exhale. Bend the knees, look forward. On your inhale, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up to standing. Reach the arms out wide and palms touch at the top. Exhale, swan dive forward. Tuck the chin and round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands. Take it back and lower. All the way down or to a hover, and then inhaling cobra or upward dog. And then exhale back to downward dog. Settle into it. Hold here for a couple breaths. Take an inhale. Prepare on your exhale. And then inhale forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale up to standing, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back and down. Inhale up. Exhale. Down dog. Keep the quads engaged. Pull the belly up and in. Stay with that ujjayi breath. Take an inhale. Prepare on your exhale. And then inhale yourself forward and lengthen. All on the inhale breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale up to standing. Interlace all 10 fingers. Release the index fingers, biceps glued to the ears. Ardha Chandrasana. Take another inhale. Root down through your feet. Lift up out of the hips. And then exhale over to the right. Keep your body squared to the front of your mat. Shoulders and chest. Squared to the front. Hips squared to the front. Weight back in the heels. Legs are really engaged. Root down through the feet. Last couple breaths. If you want to try to move with the breath, find more space on your inhale, more depth on your exhale. Inhale back up, reaching, stretching, lifting up out of the hips, and then exhale, drive down through those heels and come to the left. Belly is tight and engaged, holding you here. Palms squeeze together. Try to straighten out the arms, even if they move forward in front of you a little bit. Last couple breaths. See if you can't go a little deeper. Inhale back up.
Look up at your hands. Drop the head back. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, reach back, look back, go back. Keep those hips forward. Go back more, reach back. Inhale back up.
And exhale, fold forward. Pedal out your heels. Loosen up the low back. And then when you're ready, bend your knees, glue your chest down on top of your thighs, reach around, scoop up your heels from behind. If you can't get there, grab your ankles or your calves, but try to get your forearms as much behind your legs as you can. And then we'll inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, use your grip to pull, trying to slide the torso down the legs a little more. It's okay if your knees stay bent. You're still feeling the stretch. If you're lifting the hips, you want to keep your chest down on your thighs. Get that compression in the belly. Biceps are really working here. Using that grip, pulling you down. Lift the hips a little higher. Make sure that head is hanging heavy. Go ahead and release your grip. You can keep the feet together, and we're just going to drop the hips. Inhale, lift the arms, coming into sun B. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take it back. Lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale to downward dog. Turn the left heel in and inhale, right foot forward up to warrior one. Reach those arms up, palms touch at the top. Exhale, plant your hands, step yourself back to plank, lower down with control. Inhale up. Exhale. Downward dog, right heel turns in. Inhale the left foot forward up to warrior one. Exhale, plant your hands, step back and lower. Inhale up. Exhale, meet in downward dog. Take a few breaths. Take an inhale. Prepare on your exhale. Inhale forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sink the hips, reach the arms up. You can bring your hands to heart center. Keep your hips low, bring your heels up. Bring the heels down. Bring the heels up. Down and up. Keep them up. Knees out, knees in. Knees out, knees in. One more time, out, in. Drop the heels, take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Press the palms together or even fingertips together. Try to stack the elbows, maybe even shoulders. That's the goal. Open the chest. Inhale back to center, hips low. Exhale, twist the other direction. Keep the belly tight. Keep the hips squared behind you. So pull that right knee back in line with the left. Nice long spine as you're twisting, belly tight. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands plant. Take it back and lower. Take a flow. Take an inhale. Prepare on your exhale. Inhale forward. Lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep up the arms. Come into eagle. Exhale, right arm under. Crossing elbows and wrists, palms touch, thumbs towards you, or modify by grabbing opposite shoulders with the right arm under. Exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, right leg crosses up and over the left. Trying to tuck the toes if you can. Solid connection under that left foot. Press into that big toe. Bring the upper body back. Shoulders over the hips.
Squeeze the arms tight, pull the elbows down, broaden the chest, sink the hips a little lower, squeeze the legs a little tighter. And inhale, release. Exhale, left arm under now. Thumbs towards you. Sink down into that seat, and then inhale, left leg up and over. Try to tuck the toes. If you can't, you're still pressing the left foot against the right leg, pointing those toes back in that direction. Once you have the legs twisted and wrapped, the goal is to have all the joints in the midline of the body, ankles, knees, elbows, wrists, all in a straight line in front of you. Sink down a little lower, twist a little tighter, and then inhale, release. Exhale, fold forward and take a flow. Being sure to move with your breath. Nice, even ujjayi breath. And then we'll drop the knees, come into child's pose for a few resting breaths. Press into your palms, tuck your toes, come back up to downward dog. Take an inhale. Prepare on your exhale. Inhale, come forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, arms to your side. We'll do a balancing posture here. So before we get there, though, root down through your feet. Literally imagine roots growing out of your feet, using that imagery to help with your balance here this morning. So we're going to inhale our arms up. And on your exhale, hands to heart center, root down through those feet. Inhale. Exhale, root down. Strong legs. One more. Inhale. Strong legs, strong belly. All right, you're going to keep the left foot planted and bring your hands to your hips. Bring the right knee up. Keep that right foot flexed. Just coming into this first to feel out your balance, making sure you feel solid under the left foot, that left leg stays strong, and you're lifted up out of that left hip. You can stay here with the knee bent, bring your left hand to the outside of that knee, or maybe you can grab the outside of your right foot and give it a kick. If you're not able to get that right leg straight, I'd stay with the option to grab the outer edge of your knee. And then you can take it into a twist, bringing your right arm behind you, maybe looking over the right shoulder. Keep the chest lifted. Keep opening the chest nice and wide. Root down into that left foot. Come back to center and release the right foot down. And then we're going to keep the right foot planted now and bring that left knee up. Taking a couple breaths here to make sure we feel good in our balance. Grabbing the outer edge of that knee or the foot. If you have your foot, give it a kick. Straighten that leg out. Keep the belly engaged and start to twist. If it's too much to look all the way behind you, you can just look to the wall to the left of you. Continue to breathe. Keep the standing leg active, chest open. And we'll come back center with control and release that down. Take a breath in mountain posture. Let it go on the exhale. We're going to take a flow here. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward.
Inhale, lengthen.
Exhale, take it back, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale back.
Let's do some warriors. Inhale the right foot forward. Turn that back foot. Come up to warrior one. Sink down nice and low. Press into the outer edge of that back foot and lift the inner arch. If you'd like, you can even lift your right toes. It'll engage the muscles around your knee, strengthening your knee. If balance is okay, you can look up towards your thumbs. Press those palms together. Reach those arms up long. Inhale. Exhale, open out to warrior two. Settling into your lunge, maybe even a little lower. Fingers are glued together, belly's in tight, chest is lifted, shoulders down the back. Again, toes can be up if you want to work on that knee, or you can bring the right toes down. Keep breathing. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Step yourself back to plank and lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, downward dog. Coming into warrior one on the other side. Inhale the left foot forward. Reach those arms up. If it's too much for your shoulders, you can separate the hands. Just know that if you can get the palms together and straighten the arms, even if you're bringing them out like this, then you can really push into the palms and work on keeping them straight and then bringing them back so that you're working on both strength and flexibility in the shoulders. Sink a little lower. Any modifications you did on the other side, if you had the toes, front toes lifted or not, take an inhale. And then exhale, open it out. Warrior two, maybe settle in a little lower, maybe take some hops there. Right glute slightly engaged, pushing into the outer edge of that back foot, reaching the arms in opposite directions. Nice strong arms. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, plant the hands, step yourself back, take a flow. Inhale your right foot forward. Come up to warrior two. Just to set up here. So you have your heels in the same line on your mat. And then you're going to straighten the front leg for extended triangle. Try to keep your hips shooting straight ahead, right under you. Then reach forward, rotate your arms. When you can't reach anymore forward, come down into it. Keeping your torso in line with the front leg. So right fingertips are there gently for support on your shin or your ankle, or maybe you're able to come down and grab your big toe with your two peace fingers. Keep your hips a little more forward, shoulders a little more back. You want to try to flatten yourself out from the side. Press into that back foot. Lift the left side body as you press more into the left foot. Then we're going to inhale, come up. You're going to take your right hand back, right arm back. Take your left hand and grab that right wrist and reach back. So side bend to the left with the legs wide here. Use your left hand to pull on that right wrist. Big stretch in the right ribs. On your next exhale, we'll turn and plant the hands, step back and lower down. Take a flow or just meet in downward dog if you need a break. We'll inhale the left foot forward. Come up to your warrior two just to set up here. Feet in position, and then when you're ready, straighten the front leg. Don't pop the right hip out as you reach forward. Keep that low body stable and in place. Right arm reaching up, fingers glued together. That arm is strong. Press more into that back foot. Lift the right side body
Make sure you're flattened out from the side. Inhale, back up, keeping the legs straight. We're gonna reach up and back with the left arm. Right hand grabs that wrist to help it out here. Push into the feet. Then on the next exhale, we'll turn and plant our hands, step back, lower down. Take an inhale. Prepare on your exhale. Then on the inhale, come forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep up the arms. Standing bow. Exhale the right elbow to the right hip, palm facing straight up for the ceiling. Shift the weight to your left foot, and you're just going to drop that hand back for the inside of your right ankle. Glue all 5 fingers together around that ankle. Try to drop the right knee back down. Inhale, lengthen, reach with the left arm. Exhale, kick into your grip. As you do, try to allow that right knee to go straight back behind you. Keep your chest lifted, bicep towards the ear until you're coming all the way down. Big kick, tilt your torso forward, then palm can face the ground, chin to shoulder. Find something in front of you not moving. Fix your eyes on it. Keep breathing. Last few breaths if you want to try to kick further, reach further. Equal and simultaneous kick and reach. The more you kick, the more you have to reach. And release. Take a breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left elbow down. Right palm faces forward. Left palm facing up. Just drop that hand back for the inside of your left ankle. All 5 fingers glued together around the ankle. Drop that knee down. Again, imagine growing roots out of that right foot. Take an inhale, lengthen, reach. Exhale, kick. Start with the kick. Trying to get that left heel away from the left glute as much as possible. Create as much space between your arm and leg as you can. Coming down to your lowest point where you can hold. And then last few breaths to give it all you've got. Riding those waves of balance. Kick and reach, kick and reach. And release. Take a breath in mountain pose. We'll take a flow, or just meet us in downward dog if you need a break. Now we'll come into child's pose for a few breaths. Here's your chance to reconnect with your breath if you've lost it. Find that ujjayi breath. Regain control. Slow the breath down. Nice, even quality to the breath. And then we'll meet back in downward dog. Inhale your right foot forward, come up to warrior 2. Setting up for regular triangle now so that we keep that front knee bent for this one. Flip your palms, rotate your arms. Don't bend at the waist to come down into it. You come down lower by lunging lower. So if you're not all the way down, that's fine. You just don't have a big lunge, and that's fine. Just come down to your lowest point. This is a tough posture. Energetically draw the feet together so you activate in the inner thighs. Low body is solid, stable. Reach up with that left arm. Inhale, back to your warrior two, and then exhale, plant your hands, step yourself back, lower down to take a flow, or just meet us in downward dog.
Trikonasana on the left side. Inhale, left foot forward, come up to your warrior two to set up. Making sure that front knee isn't coming inward. Knees stacked over the ankle. Flip your palms, rotate your arms. So you have space on both sides of your torso between bottom of the ribs, top of the hips. Still want to be flattened out from the side, just like extended triangle when the leg is straight. So press the hips a little more forward, upper body a little more back. Reach those arms in opposite directions. Inhale back to your warrior two. We're going to turn the left toes in here for a wide leg stretch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, long spine all the way down. Grab for the outside of your heels if you can. If you can't get there, grab your ankles or your calves. Keep the spine nice and long, belly pulled in. Take an inhale with your grip. And then exhale, use your grip to help you fold. Nice long spine. Chest reaching forward as you're hinging at the waist. Shoulders pulled back. Weight in the balls of the feet. Quads stay engaged. Belly stays engaged. Inhale, halfway up. You can release your grip. Look forward. Stay here for an exhale and bring your hands to your hips. And then inhale all the way up to standing. We're going to heel toe the feet a little closer together and turn towards the back of our mat for separate leg, forehead to knee. So if you need to step the back foot out a little wide, you can. We want to square up the hips to the back of our mat. Bump that left hip forward, pull the right hip back. Inhale, reach up, palms touch, cross the thumbs. Exhale, chin to chest, round the shoulders and upper back. Round, round, round over that leg. Pull the belly in. When you can't go anymore, bend into that knee as much as you need to. Make a forehead to knee connection. This is not a stretching posture. It's a compression posture. We are looking for the compression on the front side of the body here. Chin is tucked to the chest. So it's a little difficult to breathe. Hands can separate if you need help with balance, but keep the arms out in front of you, really helping to round the upper back and work on shoulder flexibility. Keep those hips squared behind you. If hands have separated, bring them back together in prayer. Press into the front foot and slowly round yourself back up. Rotate on the feet to the front of your mat, maybe stepping the right foot out a little wide so you can bump the right hip forward, pull the left hip back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chin to chest. Round, round, round. Pull the belly in. When you can't go anymore, bend that knee as much as you need to, forehead to knee. Hands can separate. Keep the arms out in front of you though. If hands have separated, bring them back together and slowly rise back up. Exhale, plant your hands, step yourself back, lower yourself down, or meet in downward dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, prepare. Inhale, come forward, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold. Inhale, come up to standing. Exhale, arms down to your side. We're going to take 2 moon salutations to start to cool down, get the heart rate down before we do some finishing postures on our mat.
So with your breath, nice and slow, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, the left foot steps back, drop that knee, low lunge, reach the arms up, or you can keep your hands on the front knee for support. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to downward dog. Inhale, drop your knees, cow. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, up to a kneeling position, reach the arms up. Exhale, another child's pose, or if you can, bring your hands together in prayer behind you, come down onto your elbows. Inhale, shift forward onto your belly, come up into cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward now, drop the back knee, low lunge. All on the inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step forward and fold. Inhale, up to standing, reach up. Exhale, fold. This time we'll move the right foot. Inhale, right foot back, drop the knee. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, on the knees, reach up. Exhale, onto the elbows or another child's pose. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, drop the back knee. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms down. Take a breath. We're going to come down onto our bellies. So we're going to first do some reverse sit-ups. So you can have your feet separated, hip width apart. Your arms are going to come to your side, palms down into the ground. You're going to drive the low body down. So plant the tops of the feet into the mat. Your quads engage so your kneecaps lift, and you're pressing your hips down into the mat. Exhale. On your inhale, you're going to lift your upper body, reach the arms back. Exhale down. Moving with your breath. Inhaling up. Keep the low body engaged and glued to your mat. Two more. Stack your forearms and rest your forehead on top. Release the low back. Relax the legs. You can keep your legs separated, hip width apart. Hands are going to come to either side of your chest. And we're going to work with our breath, but this time we're going to be lifting the low body as well as the upper body. So exhale. Inhale, lift everything. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Push yourself back into child's pose.
Come up into plank. And we're going to come down onto our right forearm and take side plank. Reach the left arm up. And then you're going to switch, bring your left forearm down and rotate to the right and reach the right arm up. Switch. Inhaling that left arm up. Then on your exhale, you're switching. Planting left elbow. Inhale the right arm up. So move with your breath. Rocking side to side, pushing the ground away from you. Let's do one more on each side. Come down into child's pose. Let's come up onto our knees. We'll take a camel and a rabbit. So knees are hip width apart. Bring your hands behind you to your low back, fingers pointing down. Draw the elbows towards one another behind you. Drop the shoulders down the back. Inhale, lift your gaze, lift your chest. Exhale, round yourself back, look back. Maybe you're able to reach back for your heels. If you take that grip, just try to press the hips forward again. The goal is to have the hips stacked over the knees. Keep lifting through the chest. Let the head fall back. Little sips of air. Hands to the low back for support to come out slowly. Come back to a seat on your heels. Bring your knees together now. Slide your hands down from your low back to cup your heels now. You're going to bring your chin to your chest, round forward. Try to bring your forehead to the top of your knees if you can, at least as close to the knees as you can. Really get a good grip now. Cup those heels with the hands. And then inhale, lift the hips up away from the heels. As you do that, try to keep your head connected to your knees or as close to your knees as possible. Big stretch along the back of the spine. Pull with that grip. Suck the belly in. Chin is tucked. Crown of the head is lightly touching the mat. Slowly round yourself back up. Let's lay down on our mat. Take your block, or if you have a couple pillows or rolled up towel or blanket, you're going to come into a bridge position here. So press into the feet and lift the hips up. And then when your hips are up, slide your block or whatever you have for support under the pelvis. And come into that supported bridge. Relax the low back, the hips, down onto your support. Maybe lift your chest so you can slide your shoulder blades down the back a little bit. Your palms can face up towards the ceiling. And we'll just take a few breaths here in this supported bridge. Slight little inversion here. So helping the heart to slow down. And the legs are lifted up above the heart here. Try to slow your breath down as well. Now, if you are just really loving your supported bridge, you're welcome to just continue enjoying it. If you'd like a hip flexor stretch here, you can bring your right knee in, interlace all 10 fingers around the knee, pull it in towards your right shoulder. You'll start to feel a stretch in your left hip flexor. You can then extend the left leg long if you'd like a deeper stretch. So that leg is extended, it's hovering off the mat. You're reaching it forward. Imagine that you're trying to touch the wall in front of you or whatever is in front of you with your left foot. So not only is the leg extended, straightened out, and hovering, but you're really reaching that leg forward. Notice how you can get an even bigger stretch that way. And you can play around with either foot flexed or foot pointed. See what you like better, and then maybe even continue to go back and forth. I like to flex and point. Go back and forth there. Work the hip flexor as I'm stretching. One more breath. And on your next exhale, bring your left foot back to the mat if the leg's hovered, and then release your right knee so the right foot will join it. Take a breath here. Notice the difference from one hip to the next here. And then when you're ready, bring your left knee in, pull it in towards your left shoulder. Maybe staying here if this is enough of a stretch in your right hip. Otherwise, extend that leg long, reach it forward, reaching the heel forward, trying to touch the heel to whatever's in front of you. And then play around with either pointing that foot or flexing that foot, keeping the leg really long, really extended, reaching forward as you do that. One more breath. And then we'll bring the right foot down. Left foot meets it. Take 3 breaths here. And back in your supported bridge. Then when you're ready, push into your feet to lift your hips up and remove whatever you have under you. Place it off to the side. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little side to side. Then bring your feet down to the mat. Again, like you're in bridge pose, you're going to bring your arms out to a T or cactus arms. And you're just going to windshield wiper the knees back and forth. So let the knees drop over to the right, keeping your feet separated, hip width apart. Then we'll bring them back center. Let them drop over to the left. Go back and forth here a couple more times. You can bring your gaze into it too if you want to look in the opposite direction that your knees are going. And then we'll go ahead, once you've evened out both sides, extend the legs long. Bring your right hand to your low belly, left hand to your heart. Take a few last deep breaths here, coming back into that intention that you set for class or for your day or for your week or for your month. Coming back to that. Looking at what that looks like in your life to have that intention come true. How does it change things? Keeping focused on that goal for as long as you need to. Take one last deep breath into it. Send yourself some love, some gratitude for everything your body just accomplished. When you're ready, come down into Shavasana. Fully relaxed, completely letting go, melting down into your mat. You have at least another minute here, so stay as long as you can, setting the tone for your day to not be rushing from one thing to the next. Take these moments for yourself. Much earned, much deserved. Namaste.